All right. And we are back.
Indeed we are.
And big news.
Indeed.
The
A lot
Sons of
to
the
talk
Hunt
about.
podcast.
A
You hear
lot
that?
going happening.
You hear that crack?
That's good stuff right there.
You know what that means.
That means
It
beer
is
review.
Beer review time.
And then some.
And then some. First of all, you ready for this? This beer review is brought to you by Rocco Yanora.
Rocco, you demand.
But not only Rocco Yanora,
Not only.
the app Tavor.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, we are officially sponsored by Tavor. It is pretty cool if you're into craft beer. It's a new app. It's, you pretty much, you don't need a subscription. You just go on and you set up a profile. You could pretty much pick your beer, make your own case. There's 400 different breweries or something.
Yeah,
on
there's
there.
a ton of them. And it's usually breweries that are not available in the area that you set up the subscription from.
A lot of rare beer on there.
Yeah.
And it's not like a beer of the month club.
Nope. You don't have to commit to anything. You can just go through and they will offer you a number of different beers. You can select which ones you like. If you like them, they'll send them to you. If you don't like them, well, you don't get anything. And you're not, kind of wrangled into some kind of monthly thing like some of these weird box type things that you see all the time. Like the man box or the man crate or the, what have you, the bow hunter box. I mean, there's tons of them out there, even with cooking at home, you know what I mean? Where you sign up and every week or bi-monthly or monthly, what have you, you get something in the mail. This is definitely not like that. So there's really not a whole lot of obligation involved, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. And if you are like us, you've exhausted most of your local choices.
Yeah.
So if you want to get something from across the country, this is your best shot.
And that's it. This is really gaining a lot of ground. It's become kind of a subculture, the whole craft beer thing. So, there's a lot of pages out there on social media that you can follow to see what everybody else is drinking. And you might see something that looks really good and appealing, but you just can't get it because it's not in your area. So Tavor will actually kind of give you an opportunity to get out there and see some stuff that's not available in your local area. And they'll send it to you in a really cool crate, box type thing, and they pad it up pretty nicely so it doesn't get all messed up on its way. The beer that we're drinking right now is not an easy beer to get in the Northeast Pennsylvania area.
Yeah, and unfortunately not available anymore, I don't believe. I think that it's off the website. I'm not 100% on that.
Well, it may come around again. That's the cool thing is they cycle everything around all the time. So
I would get on it and check. But if you're going to do that, you might as well follow the link because we have a link because we have a discount code.
Indeed we do.
And that code will get you $10 off after you spend $25, which is pretty sweet.
I'm not doing the math on that, but that's a pretty good discount.
Well, it's beer math, Jay. And
beer math indeed.
It's science and it's hard.
Yep.
So you just have to trust us and follow the link, and it will be worth it. But as for the beer we are drinking today, it is from Anchorage Brewing Company once again. We had their the Kuyu Vias double IPA.
Yep, killer beer.
Unbelievable. This is the Within Us. It's a double India Pale Ale, 8.4%. Other than that, I don't know a thing about it. Didn't look anything up on it. I kind of prefer it that way.
And that's cool. Dude, I am blown
great.
away by the can. That is one of the coolest cans I've seen in a long time.
It is really cool.
And Anchorage Brewing Company, again, not easy to get in our locale.
No.
So they, from what I understand, they're going to be one of the key holders for the Anchorage Brewing Company, correct? They're going to be sending out a lot of their stuff. There's some really cool stuff th're coming out. Again, the Kuyu beer, they have 2 new Kuyu beers coming out.
Yeah,
they
very
have
soon.
a stout coming out soon. The artistic nature of the cans is pretty sweet. I showed my wife. She's a big skull freak. Loves skulls.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
I don't know what's going on with it.
Skeleton inside of the crow body or however you want to say that. But
there's got to be more to this.
This is
story.
a keeper for sure. But nonetheless,
Cool.
Anchorage Brewing Company, I mean, you can't get that in Northeast PA. I don't know if you can get that in Southern Florida. I don't know if you can get that in Central Iowa. Don't know how you can get a hold of this stuff, but...
I know how. Tavor.
Hey, there you go.
But anyway.
Follow that link.
Yeah, actually, there's a link within the art. It says wolfskulljack.com. I have no idea what that is.
Well, I will be checking that out.
Yeah,
Because I'll tell you what, man, that's pretty neat. This is definitely a keeper can.
It looks like what is that called? Like crosshatch? Like
Yeah.
that was done with an ink pen. It's pretty crazy. We'll post some pictures. We took a little shot of it, but I mean, I'm torturing myself there.
Can aside.
I'm trying. It smells fantastic.
Yeah,
and it is hazy.
It's got a really cool smell. The color, you cannot see through it by any means. It's very hazy, cloudy. Good analogy. Not a huge head on it, but oh man, you're already drinking it, so I'm gonna have to catch up.
I couldn't take it anymore.
Hot damn.
Yeah, it's great. But trying to.
I'm moving to Alaska.
Oh my god. That aftertaste, there is an aftertaste. Like some beers have them, some beers don't, but it tastes, and I don't want to say it tastes like orange juice, but it leaves that citrusy,
little bit of a
acidic,
bitterness. Yeah.
That it's like the feel of your mouth after you drink orange juice, not the taste. It's like that acidic.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Very mild, a lot of citrus in it for sure.
This is low IBUs because I could definitely drink this in about 15 minutes.
And that might happen, so strap in, ladies and gentlemen.
But the man, it's
this is wow.
That's a pleasant aftertaste, I would say.
Rocco, thank you kindly for passing this along.
Thank you, Anchorage. Thank you, Tavor.
Absolutely. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you.
Yeah. What is
for getting us to this point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because without you guys checking it out and listening to the podcast, checking out the videos and that kind of stuff, I mean, this wouldn't have happened. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is pretty.
Cheers.
Pretty big step. I'll drink to that. I'll keep drinking to that, and then I'll drink it.
Indeed.
And then when it's gone, I'll probably drink it again. But I'm trying to figure out some of the flavors in this. I'm definitely getting a grain forward flavor.
Okay.
Like right in the beginning, you taste like the malt in it, but it's also very juicy, as cliche as that is when it comes to describing.
Well, that's what I'm
hazy
getting
double
to.
IPAs.
Yeah, no, I'm getting like a mango-y, citrusy.
It almost has like that graininess that I was talking. I don't mean graininess as texture. I mean.
Right. Like the flavor of it.
Yeah, like almost a weedy.
I hate to say like hay, like a hay flavor. Barley maybe that's a better way to put it.
But on top
don't
of
let that dissuade you. The hay flavor. It's just it's hard to put a finger on. I'm not a beer expert by any means, but boy.
Yeah,
this is very mild.
This is better than the Vias, I would say.
Yeah, and that's a stretch because we really dig the Vias.
I mean, it's close. They were similar, but I don't know. I might like this one better.
I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of the Anchorage Brewing Company. After this, they have knocked a couple of them out of the park, no doubt. Wow.
I just wish I could pinpoint.
Congratulations to everybody involved.
Can you pinpoint
this is awesome.
A flavor in this though?
You know what? I can't. Let me try again here. I'm going to have to keep on swinging.
That's just it. Maybe just because of, like the bitterness that you said, I would, and the citrusy, that kind of acidic feel, again, I would go with grapefruit. I think I thought the same thing with the Vias. I think I ended up going with grapefruit.
You know, I had to sit back for a second, and I thought about it for half a second, and I'm hesitant, but it's almost a strawberry kind of
like a berry.
Yeah, like some kind of.
A lot of berries have like that metallic feel to them.
And again, don't get scared by the metallic reference. It's really good.
We're using a lot of scary words, but
I know, right?
The beer is delicious.
Whew.
I'm
this
going
is really
to.
Good.
So One thing that we like to do when we do the beer review is we don't usually look up what we're talking about.
Right.
Or what we're drinking, I should say. We like to talk about it, taste it, discuss it a little bit, and then we'll look it up.
Yeah, I mean, usually sometimes you'll have some information right on the can, like the ABV was the alcohol by volume was 8.4. I mean, so that's kind of a given. That's right on the can. But as far as like the IBUs, I don't know, man. Did you look it up yet?
I did.
Oh, dang me. I was going to let you guess.
But Untapped doesn't have the IBUs on it.
Oh, okay.
This is definitely low.
Yeah, I would agree with you. There's really no bitterness there in regard to the booziness of it, you know?
I was hoping that maybe Anchorage had some stats on it. What would you guess on IBUs?
I would have to say low 60s, mid 60s maybe. It's got a good smell.
I think
it's
the
got
number
a good
that
palate
pops in my head would be 65.
It's not over the top carbonated. You know what I mean? Like some of them, you take a swig of it and that carbonation like smacks you in the mouth, you know. But
so as dorky as this sounds, I'm a big fan of seltzer.
Okay.
And like a good seltzer isn't like violent in your mouth. The bubbles aren't real harsh. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of what like it's almost. Do you ever have like a nitro beer?
No.
That they instead of being carbonated with CO2, it's
I've heard of them. I've seen a bunch of references, but yeah.
And it gives it almost like a creamy, like very smooth. That's what this almost feels like.
All right.
It's just like
I'd go with that because, like I said, when I first poured it, there really wasn't much of a head on it, and I was like, okay, well, let's give it a shot. And I think that maybe explained. All right, a lot of people are going to snicker, but the lack of head.
Yeah.
Because there's really not a huge carbonation level in this, and it's good.
There's always a good explanation for that, usually.
Indeed.
All right, here we go. So, Beer Advocate, I was on Untapped, and that didn't give me much. Beer Advocate rates this a 4.37 out of 5, which is outstanding.
Yeah,
I don't know if
good.
we've had one that was that high.
We don't usually rate it with like on a scale. We just say it's good and call it a day.
We just always drink good beer, and it's just always.
We've been fortunate. Good. We've been real fortunate.
Some of the notes: Super Juicy, Double IPA, Galaxy, and Simcoe Cryo hops.
If you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, if you're into those cryo hops. I'm trying to see what else. The scent of a fruit cocktail.
I guess I can go that route. Yeah,
I mean. Yeah, that's you were saying strawberries. I was saying grapefruit.
It's one of those things, man. It's hard to put your finger on it because it's. I don't know. It's refreshing. I guess is that the best way to. I mean, refreshing for an 8.4.
Yeah, a couple of
ABV.
These descriptions are. A few people have said pine, but I'm not getting pine at all.
No, nor am I.
But very good. Grassy.
Maybe that was with the hay, the grassy, notes that I was talking about earlier.
Barley.
Yeah.
We were just throwing shots.
I know, right? We're just making it up as we go along, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the both hops turned up to 11 is one description.
All right.
Pillowy, soft, and creamy.
Well, I'll go with that.
Man, some people just have a great beer vocabulary.
Yeah, that's definitely not me.
I was on the One Beer group that I follow on Facebook, and my favorite new beer adjective or descriptive phrase is it has a very creamy mouthfeel.
All right, I'll go with it.
Yeah, sure. I guess that
creamy mouthfeel. Yeah, that's
creamy mouthfeel.
I almost feel like I need to go to church after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything in regard to the IBUs on it. I've looked a few spots.
It's low. It's easy to drink.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be on the lower end.
But I mean, this one
highly recommended. Stamp of approval from the Sons of the Hunt.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of anything they put out. I mean, I'm really looking forward to trying some of their other stuff. I mean,
you know what's funny is that the further I get through the beer, and I think that as it's kind of aerating and warming up a little bit, it's starting to become more hop forward. In the beginning, I was just getting a ton of citrus and that kind of weedy, grassy flavor, and now it is starting to become very hop forward. I think more of the bitterness is coming up. It's just good. It's just
it's got high reviews everywhere.
It's unbelievable.
3.9 out of 4, 4.4 out of 5. Like, I mean, it's got some pretty good reviews on it. So I'm just trying to find a little bit more of a. And again, I'm looking on ratebeer.com, and like it gives you the ABV, but as far as IBU, it's just a blank dash. So who knows? We're gonna go with like mid-60s and call it a day. You're just gonna have to trust us.
Yeah,
That's it.
I mean, if you could get your hands on it, definitely do it. You'll enjoy it if you like very juicy, hazy double IPAs. I mean, that's kind of the
contact Rocco Yanora.
Yeah, call Rocco. He'll hook you
All
up.
joking aside, thank you very much, Rocco. This was a nice treat.
Yeah,
greatly appreciate it. Yeah. If it was bad, we would have to lay on you a little bit. But no, this is really truly a good beer.
It's unbelievable. Thank you. And it's that juicy.
Mine's almost gone.
Double IPA train that everyone's riding right now is chugging along, man. It's a great style for a beer. I don't know what's going to be next, but
we'll see, man. There's a couple of things coming on the pipeline for the distant future. But as far as the near future, I mean, I think they're looking a little bit more fruit forward with a lot of these things. Because I think a lot of these companies want it to be more palatable to people who are not big beer fans. Like the sours are becoming a big thing.
Yeah, that's true. I know Two Roads has a sour IPA right now. I think it's called 0 to 60, and it is awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. Bridget picked that up the other day, and we could both enjoy it because she likes sours.
Right.
And awesome.
Really, that's it. My wife is a big fan of ciders. She likes to drink your woodchuck ciders, the apple ciders, the peach type stuff. That's more her bag. I've had a few. My birthday was just passed recently, and I got a lot of beer for my birthday, which is great.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you, by the way. Mark got me a couple of beers for my birthday as well. So, I'm definitely working my way towards alcoholism at a rapid rate.
Look, we got a sponsor.
It's amazing. See that?
You said we were going to get a sponsor.
It's a lock. Yeah. So,
and these are not... Again, it's not the sponsor that's going to help us get over our problem. It's the sponsor that is...
It totally did a 180 on us.
Yeah, supporting our problem.
I'm telling you, that's awesome. But nonetheless, my wife is into those other types of beverages. So, a lot of the sours and a lot of some of these juicier IPAs I think they're trying to appeal to a bit of a different market that's not traditionally into the whole... IPA beer.
It's funny
market.
that you mentioned that because the few doubles that I've let Bridget try, she's enjoyed.
Right.
So we were just down in Cape May last week, and then we had that Cape May. It was their double IPA, the Coastal Evacuation. She loved it.
Oh man, I tried that when I first got here this evening. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's a great beer,
and I think it's great. It's kind of like, the beer world is evolving, and there's, they're reaching people who weren't previously IPA fans, and
absolutely,
it's neat. It's neat to watch.
It is I said my first experience with an IPA was a Stone, and that was back in early 2000s, and and that beer itself, I'm still a fan of it, but it's not for everybody.
No.
You know what I mean? So now you have stuff like this, the Within Us, the double IPA out of Anchorage Brewing Company, that is stellar. I mean, there's a lot of people that may not be a big fan of the traditional IPAs who would drink this and go, wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
So they're kind of expanding their horizons a little bit into a market that wouldn't traditionally be a big fan of a standard IPA. So, yeah, big fan of it, man.
Look at the way
And
that
kudos
coats.
to everybody out there really pushing the envelope with this type of stuff
Yeah.
because
Look at the way that coats the glass.
I know,
Pretty
right?
crazy. Yeah.
It's a heavier. It doesn't taste heavy, but when you roll
No,
it around
it's
your
definitely a
glass,
little bit
it'll
thicker.
coat a little. But again, another reason to check out Tavour because there's a lot of different options out there that may appeal to you that you wouldn't normally find at your local convenient or Wegmans market, what have you.
Yeah, and I hope that I'm speaking accurately that they are going to be the exclusive distributor of Anchorage.
That's what I understand as well.
So that's awesome because they are putting out some stellar beer from the two that we've had. I mean, they haven't missed yet.
Knocked them dead.
Yeah.
No doubt. So, yeah, get out there and check out Tavour and follow the link that you will find below in the comments and get yourself a deal.
Yeah.
Check it out. Let us know how you fare with it. Let us know what you're drinking, and
yeah,
maybe we'll highlight that beer on one of our future podcasts.
Absolutely. Recommendations, whatever you got, we'll try to get it one way or the other.
Even if it's not on there, let us know what you like. Maybe we'll track it down and see what we can put together.
We chirp in their ear for sure.
Indeed.
Make it happen. But let's talk about something outdoor related.
Let's do that, shall we? There's a lot to talk about.
Oh my God.
There's a lot going.
I mean.